Ketan performing stringent austerities, restraining body indriyas deliberately induce suffering. I do not wish to desire pleasures of one cliches. Everything happens by the wish of Sri Krishna and understanding God as supreme all doer under supreme cause of liberation, and anyone can become like Brahma Shri but no one can become like Shri Portalamanaya Company, a person to the pure pasana of God. Loving Bhakti Radhika Ji, different types of zeal. Matters is only zeal for renunciation, offer Bhakti and masters from relationship, characteristic of affection, and never disobey commands of God, and attaches firmly to God through the through the five vishays, and treats all vishays unrelated to God as vain. K12 Karan body Tamarind seed, three bodies Sthul Sukshma Karan Virat Sutraman Avakrut Karan body Maya of Jeev can be burnt attaining company of sun, realizing form of God, meditating on that form, embodying words of God into one's heart. Seed roasted fire, skin as seed is burned, roasted by meditations and words of God. Sattva gun, Rajagun, complete knowledge. During Rajagun, complete knowledge, not possible. Kshetragna lines 14 Indriyas, Jeev, Kshetragna revolves in heart. Listen to discourse with faith and love. So strong teeth, sour mangoes, cannot chew boiled rice, overpowered by lusting, fishes, nature's other faults. Listen to the discourse of Purushottama Narayan, but mind does not become free of other desires for retail by austere, but will become free by listening to the discourse of Purushottama Narayan with faith and love. G2 small stream of water, and there's some the current have been attached to the G thinks it's an own form, but G is distinct. Vijay is also distinct. Heat emerges first from the outside, therefore the desire for punch rays originated not in the antakaran but from the external indriyas. Boil on skin only cured when applying meditation externally. Disease of punch is only cured when meditation is applied externally, and that is when you control the external indriyas. So abstain from touching objects with women like other alluring objects, and not look at beauty, not talk, not listen, not smell. Flow of issues, full flow of new water, remaining fulfilled from within, obstructing flow of Ishays, not retain single swabha, but deficiency of Vairagya, intensely serve great Sant, obediently persevere in observance of God, endowing other ways so as may be eradicated. Only after a great deal of time and effort, all karmas becoming a form of bhakti, only deal with dharma, arth, kam, so they all enjoy the brahmruk, mrityu lok, rajasic, tamasic, sattvic, rajasic, tamasic, pious karmas please God, form of bhakti, non-believer peppering indriyas, activities of God solely purpose for pleasing God, devotees activities bhakti, fall in devotee of God, and adharma retinue who reside art of ruling, lust, anger, vicious nature reside in the Jeev, but not a single one of those natures are associated with that G lies, but it believes itself to possess some amount of foolishness. Four other and Indriyas, five Brahmas reside in the body. I'm Jivatma also reside in the body greater than them, and their controller. King little to zero intelligence. Members of one family won't obey orders. People in village, people in kingdom. King depressed, powerless, idle, doesn't attempt rule. King equals G, members, household, antakaran. People of village, kingdoms, Indriyas. Discourage, relaxes authority. Cannot control Indriyas, cannot control antakaran, even if you want to orient him by God. So the king will become helpless, like a beggar. King doesn't know order of ruling. He won't obey, beat him. King would behave miserably to unfortunate consequences. But understanding, trying to rule the kingdom, which is the body, without understanding the art of ruling is like not becoming happy. Is akin to not becoming happy. Would never become happy. So first realize glory of God, conquer mind, meditating, conquer ears, not allow worldly talks. Control all the indriyas. Control all the indriyas. So skin, eyes, touch, nose. Only do activities related to God. Divine light. Not 13 is divine light. So 3 is divine light. Three, you can think of 3 as an 8, which is the form of Maharaj, even as the 8. Not an apprentice, pretense, self-conceit, natural state of dejection towards the Vishays. All situations are the same to him. It does not feel not burdened by the intense vairagya, so the fact that he's Brahm does not burden him. Strong throw, only highest force of throw. Strong man cracking a beetle, not sucking sour lemons, difficulty chewing roasted chana. So the other one was sour mangoes, difficulty chewing roasted rice, or chewing boiled rice. Divine night, light under the akash, always sees the luminous light, but he's always attracted to the luminous form of God within that light. Standing, sitting, walking around, all four sides by muktas. Saw it even before entering when he was in before entering mother's womb, sitting here, does not see village of Gurura, sees that light and the form within that light. Never drawn, bunch of Vishays, uniform divine light, Atma Brahma Kridam, form within essence of Atma, high state meditates on that form of God traverses. Maya sees so whoever meditates on that form of God sees the luminous divine form seated in Akshardham. So meditates on that form of God, sees the luminous divine form in Akshardham, versus Maya. So it's Rukmani took Krishna's body, engulfed in the fire, Rishabdev's body, burnt in horse fire. So not akin to methods of birth and death of the world. So firm understanding but prans and Indra is not engrossed in God. So that is just God's wish. You don't have anything, you have nothing else left to do. So now what are the characteristics? One who has complete realization of this, complete realization of God, able to see past, so realization of God, past, present, future, no self-conceit, not grant boon or curse anyone, would remain fearless, not allow emotions to infiltrate the mind, not perform bad deed, adverse circumstance. There's no other obstacle-free like path. Maharaj just admits that divine light. Maharaj sees that form which is amidst the Akshara light. Keep this principle constant fresh. Don't forget it. Essence of all Shastras. Swears by the lives of Paramahansa that he has seen these facts with his own eyes. He also swears by the lives that he has never had an improper thought about what women in the dreaming say. That's G211 or G233. G233. Now we'll go to the second section. Faith in Dharma, faith in Dharma, faith in God. So Arjuna, Yudhishthir, faith in Dharma, faith in God. 39, liberated Dharma, Durandhar. Dharma only takes refuge, only supported by form of God. So have faith in form of God, faith in Dharma will naturally arise. Keep body under the niyams prescribed by God. With Vairagya, there's a great effort. Okay, so if you don't touch anything inappropriate, if you don't look at anything inappropriate, if you mix together water and make the food absolutely tasteless, then those indriyas will be conquered. And so Panch Vishayas are conquered by observing indriyas, so that's the importance. Characteristic of who strong Shraddha, enlightened immediately, high state of enlightenment. So one who has niyams, indriyas under control and possesses Shraddha, that person attains Gnan. Turning to Kashi analogy. Less Shraddha stays in the light, beautiful realms of Devs. Little Shraddha, one with intense Shraddha able to conquer all Indriyas. Indriyas are like the wind, cannot be seen, but we all know they go to the Panch Vishayas. Weak Shraddha can be understanding glory of God. Never become earthen utensils versus utensils made of gold. Two armies, one army or one type of soldier, coward soldier, brave soldier, not afraid of dying. No greedy motive, staunch devotee, encounters body. It honors, insults, bodily, comforts, misery, only want to attain the abode of God. Worshipping God, harbors many of these different thoughts. Religious vows become strict, not able to survive. Easy, how will I be able to survive? Consecration of Narayan. Sri Narayan, they went to Ahmedabad to perform the installation ceremony, wanted to forget everything that he saw. Then he went to Dwarka, reached the forest of Ganesh Dwarka. Then he began to think so much, he forgot all about his body. Then all the worldly desires subsided. He began to look within. He saw all the transcendental wonders, but yet in mind was not tempted other than the form of God. So then all the devs said that you are an ekantik bhakt, and he told the Man Buddhi Chita Ahankar forth different things to control them. And so the Vasudev Mahatmya said ekantik bhakt does not believe body to be Chaitanya, no desire queen equal king. Chintamani analogy. This is G222. Great care. G228. No Vasudev Mahatmya. Dharma Gnana non-violence, compassionate nature, even though his nature is not like that. But if a person spiting devotee God, progress, no progress, only regress. Progress, genuine devotee of that devotee Maharaj, only progress, only regress, only please, only displease. Essence of all Shastras, so do that which pleases God. Being in the abode of God, so company of devotees are in God's pleasure abode. Falling from the abode, not God's pleasure, jealous of devotees. Discourse lifeline has extracted essence, most profound vow of non-lust. Liking for something will only happen after discarding it. Only recalls anything other than devotees of God. Feels comfortable only after distancing that. If he does recall anything other than devotees of God, swears by life, Brahma to know improper thought about whether women dreaming or waking state eternally fall is suffer from vicious thoughts, suffer greatly at the time of death. Contemplation of God only outwardly means benefit of Jeeves. Inclination, all of the different inclination of Maharaj Edwards was observing firmly vow, not less, never far from God. Affection never diminishes. Muji Brahmachari. 4 minutes of vow of non-lust. 100,000 miles, 100,000 miles, even 1,000 miles still close. So 1,000 miles is strictly observed, right? Even if you're 1,000 miles away. But if he does slack, then even his 100,000 is like 100,000. So 1,000 if close, 100,000. Knowledge is awareness, face turns red, obliged sadhu adopting ways punish. Those three components, conquer mind, not atma, not body, 9 types of bhakti. Ghost analogy, engaged and ready to devour man, constantly keep engaged, cup prawns under control, yearning for food, hanker, conquer, desires, other indriyas, control prawns, control indriya, observing like the block cart, only when one forsakes lust, anger, greed, other enemies. Possible anything is possible, daily drawing of a water from a well, even constant rubbing of a soft rope, split in Prithvi on Patvar for person, sincere group of sadhus, gracious manner, so sadhus remain happy. Overjoyed when one is upset or denounced one cliches, TB, but attain a great sadhu in the form. In the form, that's a wise reverse situation, genital stomach, disease, uncharacteristic of unholy person. Temptation, obtaining tasty food, drink, nice objects. He likes nice clothes. Not sadhu, wretched person like dog, ultimately fall from satsang. One who is jealous, greedy for a bunch of cliches, 5 grave sins. Company of sadhu, not harbor impure thoughts. Eradicate attachment to vishays. Consider virtues of sadhu, speak harshly. Shuli uparshayan. So one should remain association with sadhu, even if suffer pain of shuli. So this is G247. G247 is all about sadhus as well, company of sadhus as well. Falling in gutter as well, gutter head first into gutter. Discard pleasures, make their way up out of God, not so anywhere in between. Realize greatness of householders. 51. Influence of Rajogun joins with Tamagun, only behave as Atma happy, but Gun's influence of Gun, then they will never experience happiness. 8 factors, time, become unfavorable, adverse influence, great distress, Brahm, Shiva and Brahm. Adverse circumstances or stress within, right? So 8 factors, unfavorable, adverse circumstances, dharma, follow dharma ransids, follow dharma of Brahman, follow dharma of householders. This is 51 characteristics who behave as the Atma, follow commands as Atma, being as Atma G255. As when he was young, go to mandirs, listen to spiritual discourses, keep company with sadhus, go on pilgrimages, but after he renounced, did not even like to keep flows, like to only stay in the forest, was not least bit afraid. After meeting Ramanand Swami, he always constant thought of death. After he passed away, he kept a little bit of fear, but he always has the constant thought of death. Worldly objects are like armpit hairs, which one go to bed, you don't think about it in the same way. He treats everything as the same. Compliments, criticize something only to please God, only to please devotees of God. Mind, mouth, hands, ears, only praise, do service, sing, contemplate form of God. All bhaktis realizing form of all activities realizing form of bhakti besides bhakti of God. King's son, when he dies, when King reaches 60 or 70, became disinterested, constantly remain disinterested. Eating, drinking, mounting horse, displeased, or pleased or displeased, remains disinterested. Thought of behaving as the Atma, constant in his artha, Atma distinct from the body. Goldsmith workshop Partmayam, sitting on the hammering with his desires. Children, Indriya's undercut, wife and children of Maya. Indriya's undercut, wife and children. Indriya's wife, undercut, and children of Maya. Goldsmith, make silver form. Gun's attachment punch view belief, one as Atma, extract Gun, Gnavaraga, other virtues, 18. When those impurities are filtered out, original gold remain. So only when the gold is melted down again can it be purified. So they should be removed. That's the thought that he engages in, engrossed in day and night. So this is important. This is the thought that he remains engrossed in day and night. It says some gold is extracted as some silver is replaced in its place until original gold diminishes in purity to become 18-karat gold. When silver is mixed in the gold, so only if it is melted down again can it actually become purified. So silver is in the form of Rajagun, Tamagun, other impurities mixed into Jivan. So when it's mixed in the gold, it should be filtered out. In the same way that you melt down gold, you should filter out these different flaws in all the 3 guns. Ultimate liberation, central principle, only God is something to grant liberation, God, some Brahma, and other devs. So there's no other liberation, great merit when one attains the service of a saint of God's son. Right? No way would one perceive flaws in wife, son, other family members. So even if Bhakt of God possesses every noble virtue, harsh words, hold grudge, not said to have affection for the Bhakt of God as for relatives, not obtain liberation. This is a new experience for them. Never in past lives, not waver in faith, affection for Bhaktigan, never even disturbing thoughts, faith, own mind were to sway from his faith. Disturbing thoughts, faith in God would not subside, not dissolve. Not Bhakta Vishnu Das Kashidas Damodars Himrat Shah Bal Chandra 61 3 attributes. Niyam's firm faith, loyalty, test, householder, surrender, everything, renunciance, encountering rough moments, stay true, adhere to all niyams, parikshit, dakshradapati, practice all. Should know when be insulted if dishonor will not lead to problems and create hindrances in worship. Respectable in society and worldly affairs, no way be insulted. Given seat at the front of the assembly. Right, so it doesn't say necessarily given seat at the front of, yeah, but Sanse Rapido should be respected for the given seat. Yeah, it does. Consequences will be detrimental. So we have gaining strength, Vrutis of Antakara and Vrutis of Jeev. Allows Indriyas and Antakara to apply themselves wherever appropriate to do so and restricts wherever it is inappropriate to do so. Powerful, not have impure dreams. We have as Atma now associate Indriyas and Antakara and being as Atma Jeev, great love for God and self possessive intention. Shraddha, Night has about the so they gain strict. In 1869, Galais writing on Nandeshwar did not find any pleasure in those powers. Behaving as the Atma much better than that is to stay within the fellowship of God and his devotees. So he became afraid. What if behaving as an Atma, I cannot return to this body again? So stay within the fellowship of God and his devotees, serve them. One has darshan of God and the Son that all miseries are expelled. Never perceive human flaws in the book of God. Devotees of God, same manner as family members do. So scolds family members out of affection. The grudges don't develop. So devotees of God behave in the same manner. So if one develops a grudge, one does not like to look at them. Anger never subsides. 5 grave sins redeemed one day, but spites devotee of God can never be redeemed. So no matter greater than serving devotees of God, no sin greater than spiting devotees of God. So to make the Jeev powerful, serve sincerely to God and his devotees by thought, word, and deed. And so another one is making Jeev stronger. No comparable method to serve. No, there's no method comparable to serving God in this book. Go over a few PBs. So deficiency of 10 births removed in one day from the Patibai. Balabai come with Sri Krishna, affection for God. That manifests Jane, Kevali possesses virtues, Atpurush, that's the brahmacharis visit. Also tried to find a pulse, but he was not able to. Stitches refers to the ocean, also refers to the Shastras as well. Reading limited Shastras, spoke about Upasana, frail body empties part of sand, never think badly, so he must sing. And this is all Ahmedabad discourses. After the Ahmedabad discourses, we have all of the miscellaneous incidents before we get to Jethabai incident, and then 3 Jethabais, and then we also then go to some difficulties in Mo. Then we finally enter Garuda discourses, which we already know.